Hello. Welcome to Advanced Vedic Mathematics course, Panini Ashtadhayayi Sthapatya, Lesson 18. In this lesson, we shall be focusing upon letters which are other than the first letters or the last anubandhas of sutras and upsutras. We are having 9 vowels A to OU. Then we have 25 Varga consonants Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha and Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha and Nya, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha and Ana, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha and Na, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha and Ma. These are followed by, these are 25 Varga consonants, 5 cross 5. Then we have quadruple Anthastha letters, and quadruple we are having Ushmana letters. Of these 42, we know that these 4 Anubandhas are of the 5th row. Then these 3 are the first column Anubandhas. Again, these 4 Anthastha are the Anubandhas, and then Sha and Sa, these 2 are the Ushmana. This makes 13. So these 13 numbers as such are of significance in the context of Anubandh. And Anubandh Shabd Pad is of TC value 12 plus 24 is equal to 36 is equal to 6 square, and it is the first triple digit number of 6 place value system. There are 35 double digit numbers, and it is the first triple digit number whose value in 10 place value system is 36. So this as 36 plus 64 has its own significance, and as it is P3 and it is we are having 6 square. So it is the Anubandh. By Anubandh we mean that we hear in this context all that transcends the double digit format of the grids and is the triple digit number. It is in this context that we have to revisit these 13 Anubandhas. So these letters are to be viewed in the format and values of Anubandhas. Once these 13 are not there, then remaining naturally, so out of 42, 13 are the Anubandhas. So rest remain 29. And 29 we know is 13 plus 16. It is in this context that we have to revisit the remaining letters of Devanagari format. Now let us see which numbers are neither the first letters nor the last letters. 2 of them are these. and these are of TC values 3 and 4. 3 letters are these. These are of TC values 4, 5 and 6. And then 2 letters are these. These are of TC values 5 and 6. And 1 letter is this. It is of TC value 3. So these numbers deserve to be revisited as 2, 5, 7, and this becomes an 8. Together with these numbers to be seen, and these are these 5 numbers. These 13 numbers are neither the first numbers nor the last letters. So Ga, it is of TC value 3, it is domain, and it takes us to a cube. Then Ga is TC value is 4, and it is an origin, so it takes to the origin of a 3 space. Then we are having Tau. Its TC value is 4, but it is a boundary. So it is a boundary of a 5 space. It is placed here. Then is DAW. It is 5 and it is a domain. It is here. Then it is a 6. Then it is DAW. It is 6 and it is an origin. So we are at DAW, which is 6 and it is an origin. So it is an origin of a 5 space. It is here. Then we are having Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Ta, Tha, Da, Tha and Na. These are 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. It is hypercube 6 space body, and it is a creative range. Creative range would mean 4 space as dimension. So it is a dimension, it is boundary, it is domain, it is origin, and it is a base. Then the letters are Pa and Pa. Pa is 5, but it is a dimension. So it is a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is, then it is 4, it is 6, it is a boundary. So it is this way. Finally, it is Sa. It is an Ushmana letter, that it is a 3 space order of 5 space which transcends and gets superimposed upon this spatial order. So sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be paralleled with Vedic knowledge systems for having comprehension of the mathematics domain being chased and is chaseable in terms of the speaking language organized as Maheshwara Sutras have to visit these 13 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, and 13. So these are these 13 numbers which are neither the Anubandhas nor the starting point, the first letters from where the processing is to begin. So focus shall remain upon these 13 numbers, which get classified as SAW, as the Ushmana letter, which is a phenomenon of transcendence, means the 5 space has an origin of 4 space. As of third order, we will have this superimposition upon the spatial order of the 4 space. It is this phenomenon of 2 space getting superimposed by a 3 space in the dimensional order. That means it will take us to this spatial order and its origin, having its transcendence thereupon. It is this feature which is to be comprehended. And then we know we are having 3, 4, and 5, 6. This is Pa, Fa, and this is Ga, Gha. So it is the origin of a domain. This is here where will be the origin of a domain, and it is a boundary of a domain. So these letters get coordinated like this, and it is here we are having Da, Da, Da. It is 4, 5, and 6. It is an organization of a 5 space as a domain, 4 space as a boundary, and 6 space as an origin. And the third is of 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and it is 30, and it leads to H8, but at the base. So it is the reach of the again cone. We reach here. This is again cone. So these are the three, these two making one, and this is another, and this is another. If we are knowing in all 4 models of transcendence, this is the manifestation features which can be said as 2 combined. It as the fourth. Sorry, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. If we know these 5 distinct features of the organization of the letters, which are neither the Anubandhas nor the first letters, so it is here that we have to first appreciate this. It is an Ushmana letter. This means this solid order of 5 space will superimposed upon the spatial order. It is the phenomenon, it is the feature, it is the unique feature of the Vedic knowledge systems which is to be comprehended well. Then we have to see that each domain here starting with 3 is having its origin. So going from domain to origin is another feature which we have to appreciate, and then how we can reach from boundary to a domain is the next parallel but similar but of distinct formats features. Then it is how as that a particular domain is enveloped within a boundary and it also has an origin. And finally, it is how it is a dimensional, creative dimensional order of our universe, where Surya, 6 space, is having 4 space as a dimension, and it takes us up till 8 space as base. So it makes a transcendence range. If we know these 5 distinct operational features of the 12 letters which are neither Anubandhas and nor are the first starting points, then we will be really blissfully parallel with the initiations needed to be along the format which will take us and which will make us, which will realize us, which will make it within our comprehension, the Vedic order. So sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with Vedic order, Vedic systems, Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences, Vedic technologies shall visit the organization of Devanagari alphabet letters format, and the way this organization is reorganized as Maheshwara Sutras, and the Maheshwara Sutras having their Anubandhas and first starting points for their Pratyaharas as well, when are classified as Anubandhas as the first letters, and all those letters which are neither the Anubandhas nor the first letters, then we will see here we are having 13 letters. Anubandhas as well are 13. The remaining are 16. It is this which will help us appreciate these are the Upsutras and these are the Sutras. It is in this context when we will be revisiting as to which are the starting points, then the organization will be of 19. So 19 are the first points and the 13s are the Anubandhas. This feature as well will help us reach at 8 chapters and 4 quarters of each chapter as 32 books of the Panini Ashtadhayayi. So the Sthapatya Panini Ashtadhayayi takes us to 32 as 8 into 4 as 19 into 13 and also as 13, 13 and 16. Once we are parallel with it, once we are comprehending it properly, once we are blissfully imbibing these features, then naturally the entries in our TCV dictionary as well as in our Sthapatya will be specifically with respect to each and every letter of Devanagari alphabet amongst its vowels and consonants. So these 42 letters deserve to be classified letter-wise to put it properly if it is Anubandha or not, if it is the first letter of the sutras or pratyaharas or not, and as to which of them are neither the first letters nor the last letters, then their sthapatya, parallel sthapatya, as it is for Ga, a TC value is 3, sthapatya is a cube domain. For 4, it is as a origin of 3 space. For 8, it is 4, but it is at a boundary. 5 as a domain, 6 as an origin. Then Pa at a boundary, 6 as an origin. Then this will lead us to a transcendence range. It is of a creative transcendence range taking up till the 8th space. So how this Ast Prakriti, this nature, is constituting a transcendence range of a creative order, as to how 4th space is sequentially in 5 steps taking us to the format of Ashtaprakriti nature. So the whole exercise here in this organization that way comes to be that we shall sit comfortably, see that our 3-space cube is having an origin which is a 4 space, and also let us see that this 4 space, when is at a boundary of 5 space with 6 space as an origin, the same will be providing us a takeoff from the dimensional origin of a 6 space, and it will be a transcendence range. It is this feature of the solar universe which deserves to be comprehended well, and it is this format which is also the format of the existence phenomenon within human frame. All happenings within our heart are of these features and values. So these features, values deserve to be properly entered in our TCV dictionary as well in Ashtadhayayi referencer. Let me make it specific. When we are in our TCB dictionary, then first we shall take up Anubandhas. These are 13 in numbers, and these should be taken as the first letter of the fifth column. Then we should reach at thereafter at this. But this is not the Anubandha. And finally at this. So these four shall be specified. It is of value 5, it is of 6, it is of 7, and it is of 9. And we know that these all are making a sutra. And the sutra is Nya, Ma, Danga, Ana, Na. And then the Anubandha is Ma. So see, even Ma is having an Anubandha as a Ma. This way we have to be very specific for its appreciation, as that how the Anubandhas themselves as letters, as Anubandhas, as first letters of Pratyaharas are having their frequency-wise sequential occurrence. It is this occurrence which deserves to be embedded well. Say when we will be at letter Ma, we can say it is the first letter of particular Pratyahara, and it also is the Anubandha. So Ma value 9 as well the Anubandha will help us appreciate that this 3 square or the square format is which is having within itself as well a sequential progression, but restriction remains up till space itself. So this base is repeating itself, containing itself, restraining itself, organizing itself within itself. This way, the entire letters, all the 42 letters, deserve to be chased. So our Sthapatya referencer is to be letter-wise, is to be TCB value-wise, is to be geometric format-wise, and is to be the different role of these geometric formats. So it can be dimension, it can be boundary, it can be domain, it can be origin, and it can be base as well. So there are 5 distinct roles for all of them. So it will take us to a format where we will have a reach, sequential reach along n cross n grid, and this n cross n grid with having n at its all 5 places. So it is this format which is to be filled. It is this format along which the manifestation of each of the letter for each of the roles is to be chased. It's a big exercise. It is a good exercise. It is a blissful exercise. And for it, naturally, we can have a formats like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So see, along this diagonal, at each step, the value remains the same, but the role is different. Here is a dimension, here is a boundary, here is a domain, here is the origin, and here is a base. But throughout the value is the same. So it is as if 5 space content or 5 space is in translation, in motion. It is this translation of the space content which is of significance here, while we will be appreciating the role of each of the letter as Anubandha, or as the starting point, or as the point in between, which is neither the starting point nor the end point. So it is filling the in between stage, and this in between stage would mean Madhya, and this Madhya would mean 19, and Adi is 10, the Ant is 14, and we have to be at Madhya, and all makes 43, and it is Brahmand. So, how we can